All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome and congratulations, new Napa Valley College students. Thank you so much for joining our community, for becoming a new college student with us, and really for coming today for our new student convocation. We are so excited to have you. And in fact, you can probably see the numbers creeping up. We have over 500 students registered for today's event. So we are so excited to have you. My name is Krista Trujillo. I'm a professor in the Communication Studies Department, and I'm also the current Professional Development Coordinator on campus. Having been a community college student myself, I was so excited at the opportunity to be able to speak with you. You see, attending community college, it was absolutely a transformative experience in my own life. It gave me a safe space to discover my interests, to explore my hobbies and my passions, which didn't entail geometry, let me tell you. It wasn't for me, but what I did discover was that I loved history and I loved communication studies, and I was so excited to be able to be in a space that allowed me to pursue my academic goals while also receiving the support I needed. Maybe like some of you, I came from a single low-income home, and I didn't have a lot of initial support going into college. And with that, I didn't have a lot of the knowledge that would have been useful to me early on. I didn't know that I had healthcare services available to me on campus. I wasn't aware that there was tutoring available for me. I didn't even know how to complete a financial aid application that I really needed. But I'll tell you, I was lucky enough to be at a college that had faculty and staff that wanted to support me. They wanted to help me succeed and reach my goals, whether they're personal or academic. And it was because of that experience that I knew I wanted to come back and teach at a community college just like this and work with students just like you. So for me today, this is really a full circle moment, and I'm so excited that you're here. I am a huge advocate of community college, and after teaching at this institution for 7 years, I can truly attest that you have chosen a college that wholeheartedly believes in you and wants to make sure that you feel prepared as we go into the semester. The semester begins this Friday, so we're excited that you're here and you're getting set up for success early on. It's because of that mission to support you and to make you feel prepared that we're gathered here today at our new student convocation. So let me give you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect. New Student Convocation is an event that is typically reserved for four-year institutions. However, we know how valuable this event and this experience can be, and we wanted to offer you the same information early on so that you are able to access that critical information all about those different services and programs and resources that are available to you as a Napa Valley College student. Knowing this information early on absolutely helps students navigate that college life more smoothly. They report having a stronger connection to their college and the institution overall, and feel better prepared to reach their academic and personal goals while at the college. In addition to receiving all of this valuable information early on in today's event, I have some exciting news. Today is also about winning big. So I'm so excited that you're here. If you stay for the duration of our 2.5-hour event, in addition to completing a short 3-question survey that will come after the event through your email, using the email that you registered with, so make sure that you're checking that. If you complete that survey, you have some incredible appreciation gifts coming your way. Every student who does that, who stays with the duration and completes that survey, is going to be getting this incredible customized NVC backpack filled with NVC swag, including notebooks, supplies, masks, folders, all the things that you might need to set you up for success as you start your journey here at Napa Valley College. Even better, every student today is going to be receiving a $100 bookstore voucher. This will help you be able to buy things like your textbooks, your school supplies, a lifetime supply of Doritos, whatever you're excited to use this $100 bookstore voucher for. We're excited to be able to gift this to you for coming today and feeling really good about starting your journey at Napa Valley College. That's not it though. My mind was blown when I found out about the incredible donations that came to us. So let me tell you about this really exciting prize that we have potentially for you. If you stay for that duration, if you complete that really short 3-question survey, your name is going to be entered into a huge raffle. And in that raffle, what does that entail? Well, it's going to include giveaways of several laptops. Let me just give you a minute to soak that in. The raffle will be giving away several laptops to students today. In addition, we have upwards of $5,000 in Visa gift cards ranging from $50 to $100. We also have school supplies, more NPC swag. We have water bottles, we have hats. There are so many incredible prizes, and we're so excited for you to potentially win those. So let me give you a little bit of information, knowing that I'll be sharing more details later. Make sure you complete that survey because, again, that is your ticket into that raffle. I will be sharing more information about how you can access those different prizes. You might be asking, what do we have in store today besides getting some information? I'm going to go ahead and share screen real quick. So give me a moment to do that for you. What you should be able to see here is the new student convocation website. So at any point today, you are wondering what's coming up next, do turn to our new student convocation website. As you can see here, we have information as to the different presenters today. We have information including what we're going to be talking about. And as you can see right here on the bottom, you have access to all the slides today, all the links that are going to be mentioned, and our contact information. So if you'd like to refer back to this information or contact us, you can certainly feel encouraged to do so. What I want to also let you know is that in addition to all of that vital information, you're going to be meeting some incredible NVC campus leaders who are equally excited to get to know you. We're going to be having a great student keynote speaker, some breakout sessions, and more information coming to you, in addition to more information about those different prizes and raffle that we just mentioned here. Again, you should be able to see in the chat a link to our new student convocation website. I also want to let you know that if you have any questions that arise throughout the day and you need some help or any level of assistance, we have a great helpline set up and staffed to respond to you quickly. The number should be entered into the chat here, but I will also share it with you. It is 707-492-5939. Again, that's 707-492-5939. All you have to do is send a text message to that number, and people will be waiting to assist you with any issues or concerns that you might have. First and foremost, let's go ahead and start with the head honcho himself, Dr. Ronald Kraft, who is the president of our college. Dr. Kraft?
Good morning. Thank you, Krista. Good morning. As she said, I'm Dr. Ron Kraft, president of the college. Welcome on behalf of the Board of Trustees, Board Chair Jennifer Baker, the President's Office, our administrators, and of course, faculty, staff, and all your fellow students. You know, today's a great start for you, and thank you for joining us. I think that your decision to enroll is probably one of those life-changing moments that you can look back on and be very proud of. NVC is a good choice. We're a top college in a system, twice named #1 in California. We have a 75-year history of success, and our college graduates have found their great success really in the Valley and in the region. From chemists to poets to members of Congress, you're joining a very accomplished group. And we've changed from new programs. We have new certifications, new scholarships, and a future of a student housing project that will be opening in 2023. Many of you are attending the college on scholarships, grants, or programs that have reduced tuition or your fees. And I encourage you to keep your eye out for more and apply for those scholarships. We're here to help you, and we're trying to reduce any of those costs for you anytime we can. So I have 3 things really I want to talk to you about just quickly. And I guess you could look at these as, you know, words of wisdom. This is my 10th year talking with students, and I found that there are some things that successful students do, and I want to share that with you. First, stay determined to learn and change. The best way you can do that is to share your journey and your new wisdom with family and friends often. Talk about your classes, talk about what you've learned, talk about your successes. Those things make it real for you and real for them. Second, focus on successful steps. It's doable. This whole journey is doable. I'm a first generation graduate, college graduate, just like Krista and other folks here. Just concentrate on what's in front of you. One semester at a time, one lecture at a time, one project or one homework assignment. Being overwhelmed is a natural thing, but if you stay focused on small, successful steps, you're going to be a powerful student. And third, be courageous. You're likely to have challenges along the way. I did, you will, but we have support for you. Faculty and staff, other students, mentors, and tutors are all here for you. But at the core of your success, let me say that again, at the core of your success is you. Remember why you are here, that you're going to change your life. That's why you enrolled. That's why you see this beautiful future and this journey in front of you. I've welcomed thousands of students to the college over the last decade, and I've congratulated many of those students as they walk across the steps at graduation. I'm looking forward to seeing you on that stage. So congratulations on your choice, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all as you stroll these halls, both remotely, online, and we hope in person as the COVID solidifies and we're able to address that. So take care. I will see you soon. Thanks, Krista.
Our next speaker is Oscar Dajaro. He is our Assistant Superintendent and Vice President of Student Affairs.
Well, thank you, Krista. Everyone, good morning. Maligayang Bakting. Buenos dias a todos. Allow me to offer you a thank you very much for deciding to attend Napa Valley College. Once again, my name is Oscar Dajaro, and I'm responsible for the area of student affairs, otherwise known as student services. This includes 18 services and programs and approximately 130 staff and people who work in these services and programs. The services and programs at Napa Valley College are to help you graduate and succeed at Napa Valley College. You may already be familiar with some of these services, such as if you applied for the FAFSA or have received a promise grant, that was processed through our financial aid office and services. If you received any assistance in selecting your classes and or developing an educational plan, those services were through our counseling department. Disability Support Program and Services, DSPS, is for those of you with IEPs from high school. College Police is also a service in student affairs. You'll see the full complement of services in student affairs on the handout for you. Organizationally and for information, most, if not all, colleges and universities are divided into 4 primary areas. The Office of Student Affairs, such as the one I oversee. The Office of Academic Affairs at Napa Valley College. This is overseen by Dr. Sarah Parker, from whom you'll hear shortly. The Office of Administrative Services and the President's Office, and you've already met our President, Dr. Ron Kraft. A handout I have asked to be made available to you entitled List of VPs, which is Vice Presidents, Senior Deans, and Faculty Chairs by Division, is a directory of sorts with names of programs and key staff within each of these 4 primary areas that I've noted. Use this as a resource in case you need to contact any of them. Again, we have the Office of Academic Affairs, Office of Student Affairs, Administrative Services, and Office of the President. The next handout I have asked to be included in your information for this convocation is a map that shows you the physical locations of most, if not all, the services that Napa Valley College has to offer you. Hopefully, once we are back to some form of normal in-person college activities, you will use a map to find what you need. Lastly, we at Napa Valley College want to make and will make every effort to make your college experience as wonderful as possible. But there may be times when issues take place that you feel you need to tell someone. The handout titled Getting Help with Difficulties You Encounter at NVC is exactly that. This is a guide to help you if you have an issue with a class, a teacher, a staff member, or another student. This also has information on how to contact college police if you need help from them or need to report something to them. And if you feel you're being discriminated or sexually harassed, this handout also offers you guidance on how to report those situations. If you are uncertain where to go or to contact for any problem you may have, always feel free to contact my office, the Office of Student Affairs, and we will direct you to the appropriate person to report your situation to. So, I want to assure you that you have made the right decision to attend Napa Valley College, and also be assured that we are all here to help you succeed and complete your goals. And a very clear example of our desire and hope for your success while at Napa Valley College is this convocation event, which takes many hours to organize with many people participating. And it is all done for you, our new student. I want to acknowledge the teamwork led by Senior Dean Robin D'Arcangelo, Director Chris Farmer, my Executive Assistant Marta Navarro, and my Administrative Assistant Maria Tamayo for bringing you this event today. Welcome. We hope to see you soon in person. Thank you. Gracias. Salamat.
Next, I would like to introduce you Dr. Sarah Parker, Assistant Superintendent and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Sarah?
Good morning, Napa Valley College students. I wish we were in the same room so that I could see all of your beautiful faces, but I want to express my appreciation to you for being here today. At my college orientation, I was handed a catalog, a real catalog made out of paper. A college catalog lists every course, certificate, and degree that college offers. And I remember reading through page after page in the catalog, circling the classes that I wanted to take. I think that was the moment that I fell in love with college, and I know that that's the reason that I think I have such an amazing job. As the Vice President of Academic Affairs, I get to play a part in the academic programs that make up the schedule of classes that you all enroll in. I wonder how many of you have been asked what your major is going to be. I wonder how many of you might be tired of being asked what your major is going to be. Because some of you might already know exactly what you want to study in college, and that's perfect. Some of you might not know at all what your major is going to be or what you want to study, and I want to say that's perfect. Some of you might think that you know, and then you take that one class and everything in the course of your plans will change. But no matter what, all of you will experience something amazing here at NVC as you are exposed to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and acquire new knowledge and skills. So my first piece of advice to you this morning is to please use our catalog to learn and to fall in love with all of our offerings and requirements here at the college. My second piece of advice to you is to take advantage of the opportunities, services, and programs that you are going to learn about today, because these will help you be successful here. And I'm going to introduce you to two of them today. These are the first of many that you're going to learn about at Convocation: our Math Success Center and the Writing Success Center. These are completely free. They're packed with tutors, computers, resources, workshops, and friendly faculty to assist. Students who complete their math and English requirements set themselves up for success to complete their degrees or transfer or educational goals. And pictured here is Success Center Coordinator and Math Professor Lisa Nestorfer, who can't wait to see you virtually or in person this fall. Professor John Kinchlow is the coordinator of our Writing Success Center, and he's actually here. So, hey, Professor Kinchlow, why should our new students visit the Writing Success Center?
Well, thanks for that question, Dr. Parker, and good morning, all of our wonderful new students. It's so exciting to get to talk to you. Yes, I am the coordinator of the center and the Writing Success Center at the WSC, and it's an awesome place just to get help with writing. We support all of our students in any type of writing that they're doing, whether you're taking an English class where you do a lot of writing, or taking a history class, art history class where you do a little bit of writing. We do all different types of writing help. And we also help with anything else, any other form of writing. So if you're writing a transfer application, doing your personal insight questions for the UC transfer, or doing any type of writing a resume, things like that, we help with all of that. And it's just a wonderful place to come and get support with writing. We encourage you guys to go to our website on the campus website to find our hours and access to our online appointment platform, and to get help in that way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I want to encourage you students to get to know all of your professors, like Professor Trujillo, Nesdorfer, and Kinchlow, and to visit their office hours, which is time set aside in their schedules specifically for you to access them and their assistants. Finally, I want to let you know that this fall, we are going to be offering both online and in-person instruction. The majority of our instruction remains online, and there are lots of resources listed at our distance education webpage. But please know that if you're taking an in-person class, we've successfully run hundreds of in-person courses since COVID began. To learn more about our safety protocols, please visit this link in my presentation for full information about COVID-19. My third and last piece of advice to you is to become involved in our community. Your involvement will make the college better. It'll make your experience better, and we can't wait for you to participate in all that we have to offer. From me to you, our incoming scholars, welcome again to Napa Valley College, and please enjoy Convocation.
Folks, I'm excited to introduce you to our next speaker. Her name is Monique Rivera. She is someone who demonstrates tenacity. She's someone who demonstrates determination and resilience in the face of adversity. And when she agreed to speak with you today, we were so excited and honored to have her. Monique is a recent graduate at Napa Valley College, and today she's here to share her story with you and offer you some sound advice as an incoming student. Monique.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here today. It is my pleasure to be this year's keynote speaker and share my story with you all today. My name is Monique Rivera, and just to provide some background information on me, I recently graduated from Napa Valley College with my associate's degree in Human Services and Administration of Justice. I have transferred to Sacramento State, where I will further my education and study social work. I chose to go to college because of my life experiences and my passion to help others. To go more in depth, I don't come from the most fortunate family. In my family runs depression, alcoholism, and addiction, which has had a significant impact on me. As a child, I witnessed a very toxic marriage between the two people I loved the most, my parents. After many years of seeing this, my parents separated when I was about 14. This was extremely hard for me, not only because my parents were separated, but my siblings and I were also separated. Due to all of the emotions and the tension, it was hard on all of us. That being said, I had always been a good student, and I continued to do so in high school, but then something changed. There had been so much conflict within my family during that time, which led my accomplishments to feel unnoticed. I felt extremely lost, and I just wanted someone to be proud of me. I had officially hit my breaking point, and I ended up running away from home during my sophomore year. I wound up involved in the wrong crowd and eventually found myself in trouble with the law as a teenager. Though this was a low point, the experience ended up being a blessing in disguise because I was introduced to a member of law enforcement who ended up supporting me unconditionally. He knew that I wasn't a bad kid, I was just a lost kid, and I wanted my parents' attention. I wanted them to see that I was hurting. I wanted them to just be proud of me. He encouraged me to believe in myself and go do good in life for myself, which I want to encourage you all to do. Anything you set out to do in life, do it for you. Continue to believe in yourself and never stop. I share this story with you all because I had felt like I had hit rock bottom at that point in my life. I felt like there was nowhere to turn and I had no purpose. This was not the case at all. I just had to believe in myself and do it for me. Though I was able to find the support and fortitude in me to finish high school successfully, college was a different challenge. Right after high school, I enrolled in Napa Valley College because I wanted to continue my education and I was not in a financial position to afford going straight to a four-year. That being said, enrolling in Napa Valley College and transferring out was the best decision I could have made. I was able to not only save money, but I was able to build connections with my peers and the staff on campus. During my first semester, I was very shy and just wanted to keep to myself. I was not comfortable asking for help when I needed it and or building connections with anyone on campus. I eventually came out of my shell and started building those connections with my peers, as well as any staff I came across. I am no longer afraid or embarrassed to ask questions, and I strongly encourage you all not to be either. If someone doesn't know the answer, they will direct you to someone who does. Don't be afraid to ask 1,000,000,001 questions because it will only benefit you and help you. Asking questions and asking for help when I need it is one of the biggest contributors to my success. If I hadn't asked questions or for help, I would have been completely lost. So again, if you have any questions, there is always someone who has an answer for you. Building connections with your peers is also extremely important and beneficial toward your academic success. Whether it's creating a study group or exchanging contact information with your peers, I promise you it will only help you. It is so helpful to be able to reach out to a peer if you ever need their support. There have been many times where my peers were able to help me and I was even able to help others. To provide an example, I had to take a chemistry course to fulfill my graduation requirements. And at the beginning of the course, I struggled and didn't know if I could get through it. However, building those connections with my peers helped me significantly because I now had people I could study with, and we were able to help one another. It's like building your community and something you have to go after on your own. Like everything in life, you must go out and get it on your own if you want something. During my journey at Napa Valley College, there were many times where I felt lost and like I couldn't do it anymore. But then I realized I had to go and find that direction for myself. Even if right now you're not sure what exactly it is you want to do, don't be afraid to get your feet wet and you will find that direction. One of the best things about college is the variety of courses available to students. Due to the variations in courses offered, you will find something that interests you if you don't already have an interest now. For example, I had to take an anthropology course to fulfill my graduation requirements, and I absolutely dreaded it. I assumed I would have no interest in the course and I wouldn't do well. However, I actually ended up enjoying this course and grew to be very interested in it. I would also like to encourage you all to get involved on campus. I was a part of the Extended Opportunities Program, also known as EOPS, which benefited me tremendously. Through EOPS, I received an unlimited amount of resources and support, such as information about financial resources, scholarship opportunities, field trips to universities, and much more. I highly recommend you all look into the EOPS program as well as any other programs or clubs that may interest you. There are numerous amounts of resources on campus, which you should all take advantage of. This is something I wish I had done more of, but will definitely do more of at Sac State. I will not be making that mistake again. I will be getting involved in as many programs and clubs as I can, because again, as students, it will only benefit us. Perhaps the biggest lesson I've learned from my experiences until this point is I realized I had to do it for myself. No one is going to do it for us. We must apply ourselves and do it for ourselves. Do it for you. Attend college for you. Follow your dreams for you. Never stop believing in yourself, regardless of what obstacles you encounter along the way. I want to give my future children more than I had growing up, as I'm sure we all want that. However, these things don't happen overnight. You will get through the hardships, the hard work, as well as the long road by doing the things you care about. We have to put in the work and continue to push ourselves to be better, which is what I have continued to do. We see wealthy people sitting in high chairs, but take a moment to think about all the possible failures, mistakes, and/or obstacles they could have encountered along the way. Life is hard, and to get what we want in life, we have to work hard for it. And yes, you will fail, you will make mistakes, you may even feel defeated, but the important thing is you do not give up. My academic journey has not been easy, and I have failed and made mistakes over and over again, but I continue to learn and grow from them. Will I continue to experience failure and being let down? Of course I will, and there is nothing wrong with failure. With failure comes success, and that is something we should all keep in mind. But don't let failure stop you from pursuing your dreams. Of course, there will be people who don't believe in you or who don't want you to succeed. Do not let that bring you down. Words are just words, and again, it comes down to doing it for yourself. Don't do it for them, do it for you. I want to encourage you all to continue to push yourselves and reach out for support when you need it. Never forget your end goal. Remind yourself of where you want to end up and what must be done to get there. We are all unique in our own ways. We have all experienced obstacles, been let down, but the important thing is we don't stay down. We must continue to get back up and fight for our goals and do it our own way. Whether you fail a class or make a mistake, it does not matter. What matters is how we choose to respond to that failure. So continue to get back up and follow your dreams. The past does not matter. The mistakes and the failures you have experienced do not define you. Do not let your past break you or defeat you. Continue to learn, grow, and succeed. It's kind of like a quote. If you want to change your future, you have to change your mindset. The change starts within you. That being said, I wish you all the best throughout your academic journey at NBC and beyond, and I hope you achieve everything you set out to. Never stop chasing your dreams. Remember, you can do it. Lastly, don't forget to reach out for support when you need it and believe in yourselves. Thank you all so much for listening.
Our next speaker is Charo Alberon, our Vice President of Human Resources and Training and Development. Charo.
Hello and welcome to Napa Valley College. I am so enthusiastic for all of you. It's going to be a fantastic year, and you could not have chosen a better place to begin your educational journey. Here at Napa Valley College, we have a goal. We have a goal to work with all of you to make sure that there is nothing in the way to prevent you from accessing your education or educational opportunities. So today I'm going to talk about Title IX, what it is, and what our responsibility to you and to our entire community to make sure we have an environment free of distractions. So what does Title IX cover? Title IX covers every type of prohibited conduct such as unequal pay, stalking, bullying or intimidation, gender discrimination, sexual assault, pregnancy, sexual harassment, dating violence, domestic violence, and retaliation for assertion of those rights. So let me explain very quickly. If you are a recipient of this prohibited conduct and you report it, we have a board policy that states you cannot be retaliated against. So what does this Title IX cover? Who does it cover? It covers you all as students, all of our faculty, our staff, our board members, our visitors, and our vendors. Well, that covers every single person that walks onto our campus. Title IX covers everyone who comes onto an educational organization. And our responsibility as a college is to eliminate any type of discrimination or harassment on our campus. This means that once reported, we have the responsibility of responding promptly and equitably. We also have the responsibility of providing interim measures to make sure that you continue to be safe and can access your education and educational activities. We try to prevent its reoccurrence and again, to prevent and address retaliation. We take this very seriously on our campus. I am one of 2 Title IX coordinators. The other Title IX coordinator you've already met. That's our Assistant Superintendent Vice President of Student Affairs, Oscar De Haro. You can contact either one of us, and our contact information is attached in this, the materials regarding this talk. I do look forward to having you a part of the Napa Valley College family and wish you the best this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charo. I'd like to go ahead and introduce the next speaker, Robin D'Angelo, who is NVC Senior Dean of Student Affairs. Robin.
Good morning, students. I am so happy to see all of you out there, and congratulations on making the choice to attend Napa Valley College. You know, your success is our success. So I want you to know that we're going to do everything to help you succeed during this journey. I'm so happy this morning to get the opportunity to share some important information about student conduct, discipline, and student expectations. I know it doesn't sound like a great or exciting topic, but it's actually something that you do need to know and need to be aware of. First and foremost, the Office of Student Affairs is here to support student success. We will do our best to support students and help each of you navigate through challenges when needed. Second, NVC has board policies that define the standards of student conduct, and students are expected to obey all local, state, and federal laws and campus regulations for the effective operations of Napa Valley College. The standards of student conduct provide uniform procedures to assure due process when a student is charged with a violation. Some examples of these referrals include dishonesty, such as cheating in the classroom, online, or in person, plagiarism, knowingly furnishing false information to the college, forgery, alterations or misuse of or unauthorized access to college documents, records, or identification, or continual willful and knowing disruption of teaching with administration, disciplinary procedures, college activities, or other activities that create distractions and disruptions in the classroom. The consequences of misconduct or academic honesty or dishonesty are outlined in the board policies, which can be found on the Convocation website under my title regarding discipline. You see, we are here to ensure that you have a great experience, and we want you to be aware of all of the details and the expectations. I want to talk for a minute about bullying. We have a no tolerance policy when it comes to bullying. Bullying is described as the aggressive and hostile acts of an individual or group which are intended to torment, frustrate, provoke, or humiliate, mentally or physically injure or intimidate and or control another individual or group of individuals. Let me give you some examples, some of the types of bullying. Physical, verbal, nonverbal, threatening gestures, cyber, in any electronic form, sabotaging or undermining another's work performance or educational experience. Let me give you a hard fact. People have actually committed suicide that have been bullied. This is a very serious issue, so be aware. Finally, I want to share the definition of academic honesty. Napa Valley College values integrity, honor, and respect in all endeavors, both personally and professionally. It is expected that a student's academic work be his or her own making. In spite of the increased use of collaborative learning and other forms of group work, which include labs, study groups, group projects, it is important that each student remain accountable for his or her own work, whether it be individual or group assignments or tests. We recognize that most students maintain highly ethical work standards. However, failure to abide by the standards of conduct is considered to be academic dishonesty. Some examples include copying or allowing others to copy from you, having others take an exam in your place, buying or using someone else's paper as your own, even with permission, excessive revising by another that substantially alters your final work, giving other students information that allows them an undeserved advantage on their work. Let me give you a side note here. Our faculty are extremely savvy when it comes to cheating or using online resources that are not allowed during exams. One example is chegg.com. It's a resource that can be found online, and the information is inaccurate. Our faculty are able to identify online resources that are being used that are inappropriate and not allowed during exams or writing papers. And they also have the technology installed to identify when a student is plagiarizing as well. Our faculty are pretty smart, but they only want the best for you. So consequences of misconduct, here's the thing. You'll get a warning and then other consequences such as suspension, expulsion, and could possibly end up in appeals and hearing process. Conduct issues can create additional problems for you, including the ability to transfer or be accepted to a four-year college university, restrict some of your financial aid or scholarships, block your registration, and prevent you from being considered for a job. Listen, it's just not worth it. Make your time at Napa Valley College important and value yourself and the integrity of the educational journey. The bottom line, do not cheat or create issues for yourself that will result in negative consequences. The Office of Student Affairs is here to help you and support you. If you need help, reach out to our office and schedule time to meet with me so I can help you, or just have a conversation with you. I hope today is a benefit to all of you, and that you are going to receive, or you feel like you're receiving great information at this convocation. Again, I want to welcome all of you. Happy New Year. We are so excited to have you here at Napa Valley College. Have a great day. Thank you.
So good morning. My name is Mai Vo. I am a financial aid officer here at Napa Valley College. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to attend this session and welcome you to Napa Valley College. Today, I am going to go over some of the financial aid resources that are available to you here at Napa Valley College. I'm going to go over the 5 steps to financial aid, and I'm also going to walk you through the financial self-service to show you how to navigate the system, so that way you can check your financial aid status. As you can see, there are many types of financial resources that are available to you coming from the federal government and the state government. The most common type of financial aid that is available are grants. Grants are free money that you do not have to repay as long as you meet certain eligibility criteria. The most common type of federal grants that are available to you are the Federal Pell Grant and the Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, FSEOG. You do not need to be a full-time student to be eligible for the Pell and FSEOG grant. When we say full-time, we are referring to a student who is enrolled in 12 or more units. There is a limit of 6 years if you are attending full-time, or 600% for the Federal Pell Grant. For the FSEOG grant, you must be receiving the Federal Pell Grant and you must be enrolled at least half-time to be eligible. When we say half-time, we are referring to a student who's enrolled in at least 6 units. The most common type of state grants that are available to you here at Napa Valley College are the Cal Grant and the Student Success Completion Grant, the SSCG. You need to be enrolled at least half-time to be eligible for the Cal Grant, and you need to be enrolled at least full-time, and you must be attending the Cal Grant in order to be eligible for the Student Success Completion Grant. There is a limit of 4 years if you are attending full-time, or 400% for the Cal Grant, and there is a limit of 2 years for the SSCG grant. There are also fee waivers that are available to you. Fee waivers are not cash grant. They are fee waivers that pays for your enrollment fee and also your registration fees here at Napa Valley College. At NVC, there are 2 types of fee waiver. There's the California College Promise Grant, the CCPG, and the NVC Promise. They are 2 different and separate types of fee waivers with their own different eligibility criteria. For both fee waivers, you must be a California resident or you're a student who has been classified as an AB 540 student. You do not need to be full-time to be eligible for the CCPG. However, you must be a full-time student and maintain full-time enrollment to be eligible for the NVC Promise. And for the NVC Promise, it is only available to recent high school graduate for the first 2 years after they graduate from high school. There are also work-study programs available to you. If the federal work-study program is where you work with our staff to find a job on campus, so that way you can work and earn the money. The main benefit of a work-study job versus a job off campus is that the money that you earn through the work-study program, it does not count against you when you're applying for financial aid for future years. If you are interested in the work-study program, please place your name on the waiting list so that way our staff can contact you as jobs become available. And right now, there are jobs available for the fall 2021 semester. In addition to all those resources, there are also federal direct loan or student loans that are available to you. Please note that student loans are not free money. They are money that you borrowed that has to be repaid. At Napa Valley College, we do not encourage you to take out student loans, as you don't want to graduate with a lot of loan debts. And as mentioned in other presentations, there are numerous types of scholarships that are available to you with their own different eligibility criteria. Scholarships are free money that you do not have to repay. At Napa Valley College, we begin accepting scholarships application for the 2022-2023 academic year, beginning in late November with a deadline date of early February. Sometimes in early November, you will be sent an email to your Napa Valley College email address asking you to inviting you to attend our workshop, so that way you know how to apply for scholarships and how to navigate the scholarship system. There are also book vouchers that are available through the EOPS program, the foster youth program, and the veterans program to help students with the cost of textbooks. As you can see, there are many types of financial resources available to you. However, the most common mistakes that students often do is that they don't complete the financial aid process by not submitting required documents to us to complete their file, therefore leaving millions of dollars in grants unused each year. And the other common mistakes is that students make the mistake of believing that the CCPG and the NVC Promise is the only type of financial aid that's available to them, when in fact, it is only one type of financial aid. Now I'd like to move on to the 5 steps to financial aid. The first step is to apply for financial aid. You need to complete the free application for federal student aid, the FAFSA, or the California DREAM Act application, the CADA. Both applications are available each year beginning on October the 1st. If you are a US citizen or an eligible non-citizen, you need to complete the FAFSA. If you are an undocumented student who has been classified as AB 540, you will be completing the CADA application. At this time, it is not too late for you to apply for financial aid for this current year. So if you are in this workshop and you have not yet applied for financial aid, you can still go and apply by clicking on one of the links that is provided on this presentation. The second step is to complete the admissions application. Since all of you have already done that, I'm going to skip over that step. The third step is for you to check your application status and submit required documents to the financial aid office by checking financial aid self-service. Through financial aid self-service, you can check for any missing documents that you need to submit to us, view your award information, and review your financial aid satisfaction academic progress, SAP status. When you're on financial self-service and you click on required documents, the documents that you are required to submit will be listed with a brief description, and there will be hyperlinks to each of those documents for you to open and complete, possibly with your parents, and attach supporting documents, signed and dated, and submitted to us electronically. Your awards information, when you first log on, you will see the California College Promise Grant fee waiver automatically awarded to you the moment that we receive your FAFSA or your CADA. That does not mean that that's the only award that's available to you. If you are eligible for other grants, those do not get awarded to you until after you submit all missing documents and your file has been completed. And it's really critical that you review your SAP status, because there is an expectation that if you are a student receiving financial aid, you are expected to successfully complete your classes and also to maintain the financial aid SAP standards. In general, one of the standards is that you need to make sure that you successfully complete at least 67% of the units that you attempt each semester with at least a 2.0 GPA to maintain your eligibility. The fourth step is for you to log on to Bank Mobile to choose your financial refund option. Once your financial file is complete, you will be sent a refund selection kit, which is in a green envelope, and you will also be emailed to your Napa Valley College email from Bank Mobile your personal access code with instructions for you to log on to Bank Mobile to choose how you want to receive your financial aid money. There are two options. The first option is for you to deposit into an existing account, which is basically your own personal bank account. Or the second option is for you to open a Bank Mobile Vibe checking account and have it deposit to that. If you do choose a Bank Mobile Vibe account, please note that there is a monthly fee, so please pay attention to that. Whatever options you choose, it is entirely up to you, but you do need to make sure that you choose one of those options, because if you don't, then Bank Mobile will not know how to pay you when they receive your grant from us. And if you don't choose your option, there will be a delay in you receiving your financial money. And the step 5, again, is just to review your awards information. And I've stated this again before, but I just want to stress again that one of the biggest common mistakes that students do is that they do not submit required documents to complete their financial aid file, leaving millions of dollars in grant unused each year. Now I'm going to show you how to log into financial self-service to check your status and also to submit required documents. You log into financial self-service by first logging into the My NVC Mini portal, which is a green button that you see that's posted on the Napa Valley College homepage. Once you log in with your username and password, that will take you to the colleague self-service page. And from there, you're going to click on financial self-service to go to the financial self-service menu. And once you log on to self-service, and if you pull down on the pull down menu, you will see that you can view your award information, you can submit required documents, you can view your SAP status, and so forth. Now, I know that I've briefly gone over a lot of information with you. I am going to leave you with our contact information because I know that questions will arise. And please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions at all relating to financial aid or you need assistance. Our staff is here to assist you. Financial aid is a team effort. You can contact us by phone or by email. And due to the COVID, we're currently not open to students in person, but you can live chat with our staff through the virtual lobby by clicking on the button, or you can schedule a phone appointment or a video appointment to speak with our specialist if you have more complex and complicated questions. And just a reminder, you need to renew your FAFSA or CADA application each academic year, beginning on October the 1st. It is a yearly process, so it is not a one-time application. So please renew that each year. We will be having financial aid workshops beginning in November with more detailed information. So please attend one of our workshops. And again, I'd like to thank you for attending this session. Thank you for choosing Napa Valley College and enjoy your journey here. Thank you, Trista.
Thank you. I really appreciate you sharing that information with us, Maya. Folks, I want to show you one more time. Let me pull this up for you. right here on our new student convocation website. All of that information that Mai just shared with you can be found here, including those very useful slides, those links that she shared with us, and her contact information. All of that information is available to you, so certainly go ahead and click on through that.
Hey folks, welcome to NVC. As Krista said, my name is Christopher Farmer. I am a senior manager at Caminos Al Éxito. Unfortunately, if you came here to see Amanda Frost, well, she's just a little bit under the weather, but I'm going to do my best to fill in her very big shoes. I'm here to talk to you about an important topic, and some of you might be saying, why are we even talking about this? But one of the things that everybody, no matter who you are, no matter how young you are, how old you are in a relationship with money. So you just heard Mai talk about how some of you are going to be getting some money. How are you going to spend it? What are you going to do? And this is something that we take seriously at NVC because it's not just about your grades and it's not just about you getting your degree. That's very important, but it's also making you successful. And one of the ways to make you successful is to talk about this crazy thing called money that some folks just say is evil, right? Oh, you should avoid money. You shouldn't even talk about it. But money, is your partner, right? Through life, you depend on having money. Now, for some of you, it's an abusive partner, right? It sneaks out on the weekend, right? It does some things it doesn't tell you about. It keeps you from doing the things you want to do, right? So you don't have this great relationship with money. Think about how many times a day you think about money. And one thing I'll just encourage you right off the top is to take that relationship with money, analyze it, and then take control of it. Now, I am not a financial expert. Crypto, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, investing in Tesla, I don't know. But what I do know is if you take control of your money, you can have a happy, successful life. We won't all be millionaires. We won't all be billionaires. But if you control your money, it spreads out into other things. I'm going to talk to you about one aspect of money. And some of you might know all this already. But for those of you just starting to get to college, you might be getting some things in the mail from these things called credit card companies. And there is a variety of different types of credit cards. First, let me break it down. Some of you might be thinking you already have a credit card because you have a bank account. And actually, that's a debit card. What's the difference, you might say? Well, credit cards are given to you by a company, right? They're saying, here is some money, you can spend this money, and then you will have to pay it back to us. But if you don't pay it back quick enough, we're going to charge you a little extra money. A debit card is given to you by your bank, and yeah, you can slide it in the credit card thing, but it's only the money that you have in the bank. Credit card companies are here to make money off of you. Debit cards are here to help you be more convenient with your bank account. Credit cards also impact your credit score, and I'm going to loop back to that. Credit cards come with different interest rates. That's how they make extra money. And sometimes they actually say, hey, you want to use our credit card? You have to pay us $100 a year. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. So let's loop back to that credit score thing. What is a credit score? Why does that even matter? Now, some of you might have great credit here. Some of you might have no credit. How do you even get credit? Those are all great questions and huge topics in and of themselves. But I can tell you what a credit score is this crazy probability algorithm that is done by an independent agency that says, how worthy are you to give money? And that's important because if you ever want to buy something that costs more money than you have in the bank account, you're going to have to ask one of these people for money, right? You're going to have to ask a creditor for money. And if they see that your credit score is low, what that tells them is that you're what they call a risk. Now, that doesn't mean personally you are a risk, but it might mean that you just don't have much history with credits. And that is where credit cards come in. Now, disclaimer, before I say anything else, please don't go tell your parents that Christopher Farmer from Napa Valley College said go get a credit card. That is a personal decision, right? What I can tell you about credit cards is they are a way to start building your credit. There's a lot of other ways to build your credit. But if you get a credit card and you start using it, the best advice I have is to always pay it off, right? How they make money off of you is if you cannot spend the minimum balance. So let's say you go out and spend $200, right, on your credit card, your Visa, you bought yourself some new shoes. Shoes are so expensive these days, but you buy yourself some shoes. You can only pay $100 off at the end of the month. That credit card company is going to come in and they're going to charge you 20% interest, and now you're going to owe them $120. They just made $20 off of you. So the best way to build your credit, to build your credit score, is to get that credit card, use it like a debit card, and if you buy $200 sneakers, you pay off those $200 at the end of the month. Credit card companies don't like that. They want to make money off of you, but if you do that consistently, you're going to have good credit. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, isn't really money management about savings? Yes, it's about putting money away for the future. So don't just rely on credit, do other things. But I'll leave this with you. If you want to save to be a millionaire, this is just my last stat before I sign off. If you save $2,700 a month for 30 years, you'll have $1 million in the bank. Some of you might be going, done. But others of us, might not be so well. And some of you might be saying, no, I want to be a billionaire. Well, add 3 zeros on the end of that, then you'll be saving for 30,000 years. So I don't have a lot of advice, but the best advice I have is to take care of your credit score. Remember, those credit card companies are out there to make money off of you, but you can use them to improve your spending power. And there's going to be a lot more of this information coming your way. This is something we take very seriously at NVC. I'm glad I had a moment to share with you, and welcome to Napa Valley College.
Students, I'd like to go ahead and introduce you to someone who is much cooler than I. The next person here is Ali Shaw. Ali Shaw is our digital marketing and communication specialist. So all things social media. Let me go ahead and introduce Ali to the table. Ali, please.
Thank you, Krista. Thanks so much. And good morning, students. Welcome to MVC. We are so glad you're here, and we're excited to support you as members of our student community. Thank you for giving me the opportunity this morning to connect with you, to introduce myself, and to share with you what I do here at Napa Valley College. Again, my name is Ali Scholl. I'm the Digital Marketing and Communication Specialist at MVC, and I work in the Office of Public Affairs and Communications alongside my director, Holly Dawson. I coordinate our frontline digital student communications, and my primary focus is to curate and support digital connections between you, our student community, and the college. I do that in a couple of ways. I coordinate the Friday Extra, which is our weekly student communication that goes out to every student enrolled during each semester. The Extra is for you, and its content is all about your needs, what is available for you, and how to access support and upcoming events and opportunities, from registration and class info to financial aid, device loans, study spaces on campus, scholarships and fun happenings and more. It is what you need to know to successfully navigate your upcoming week at MVC. If you were with us this past session in summer, you probably received it in your inbox. It's delivered every Friday at 6 p.m. in your inbox, and I encourage you to always check it and, just kind of check it out. Up-to-date intel is front and center, always with you in mind. And the other piece of what I get to do here at the college is I'm also the social media manager of the MVC main social platforms. MVC is active on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on LinkedIn. And I also have the good fortune of collaborating with our over 30 NVC affiliated social accounts. So together we share all things NVC, and we make sure that we amplify a fully represented voice for our students so that you can have all the information you need to be successful here. The most important thing you can do to take advantage of our connections is to make sure you follow the NVC Instagram account and all the other NVC affiliated accounts that our main page is following. If you go to our Instagram profile, you can click on who we follow, and you'll find every NVC active account that we encourage you to follow as well. You know, being a new student to NVC, partnered with the challenges that COVID brings, Sometimes it can be a struggle feeling connected to your peers and to our community. Our digital communications seek to alleviate that struggle for you. On the NVC account, I always like to say someone is always home. You have a question, you need to find support, you can DM us and you will get a response. Now, we aren't the experts, but we are really good friends with all of them on campus and can point you in the right direction. So I encourage you to follow our accounts, to learn about student clubs, student leadership, and semester happenings. Follow our athletics accounts and check out all of the excitement our student athletes bring to our campus. Discover our basic needs center, our writing center, our library accounts. Join in our conversations and check in. You are a member of our community and we can't wait to meet you. You know, we say a lot on social, we are NVC, and you know, in looking at your journey here, you are NVC to us, and you're sharing your voice in our social conversations is a key component to our success. Together, we are always talking on social, so you have all the intel you need to feel connected as a member of our student community. So for my director, Holly Dawson, and myself, I welcome you again to our student community, and I look forward to connecting with you on social media. Make sure you take out your phones and you give us a follow. If you have any questions, my email is included within the Convocation site, and you can always find me on Instagram DMs. So thank you again. Welcome to MVC and enjoy Convocation.
I'd like to go ahead and welcome one of my colleagues, Marcy Sanchez. Marcy is a faculty member in EOPS, counseling, and dance. She wears many hats on this campus, and she's here to discuss some important information about counseling with you. Marcy.
Thanks so much, Krista. I'm really excited to be here, everybody, and listening to all the great information. If there are some points that you have heard so far that you'd like to clarify with us, we're always here as a hub of information for you in general counseling. So I want to go ahead and share my screen with you here so that you can see what we want to offer. So I want to talk about counseling, and a lot of you have probably seen us, talk to us on the phone, or been in our Cranium Cafe Connect Ed video appointments, possibly been chatting with us, many different ways we can get in touch with you and you can get in touch with us. But we are the counseling component, the counseling division, and hopefully that step 4 was helpful for you. If you have not made your step 4 yet, please definitely try to schedule an appointment with us as soon as you can. These are our smiling faces on Zoom and Cranium Cafe, and you know, we look forward to potentially having a few counselors available in person for you when the semester starts. So keep an eye out on that. Of course, you know, we're following public health guidelines and wanting to make sure everybody stays safe, both here on campus and out in the community. But keep an eye out for all of those announcements on the social media that Ali just shared with you. So please follow all of those accounts. So I wanted to kind of put on my journalism hat, little press pass here on the side. For those of you who have taken a journalism class, or you might in the future, we're going to talk about the who, what, when, where, why, and how of counseling very quickly here to get you started. So who and what are we? We are a department that's really dedicated to providing you the best that we can in academic planning, career exploration, if you're really undecided or trying to decide between a couple of different directions that you want to pursue. We also engage in some personal counseling as well. So if you need a shoulder to cry on, someone to you know, be able to help you through an issue, maybe give you just some objective kind of perspective on what you're dealing with. And then also make referrals to the appropriate services, either back to your healthcare provider or to our healthcare providers here on campus. We want to be that touchstone for you. We want to be able to help you through that issue. We also teach counseling classes. I'm teaching an online asynchronous counseling 100 class for the fall, for instance. And then we also house the human services and addiction studies programs on campus. So if you're interested in going into social work, perhaps becoming a counselor yourself in the future, or you're interested specifically in addiction studies or substance abuse studies, something like that, those are the topics that our counseling faculty are engaged in. And we're a very broad and diverse group of dedicated faculty, staff, and administrators that are all here to help you with all of these issues. So why come see us, and what do we hope to provide you with the why, and then when or how often should you come see us? So we like to think about the idea that we are helping you turn your dreams into goals. So your dreams are all out there and hopefully they've been there, or maybe you're just starting to dream about some new ideas. And we want to help you find the classes, the internships, the experiences, the part-time jobs, just the referrals, the networking out in the community that can help you reach, as far as you can to those dreams and beyond. Dreams can change too. So even if you had a dream early on, but now it's changed a little bit, we want to help you navigate that change. So what we do that through educational planning. So that goes back to kind of the academic and the career component together. And so we'll put together sometimes 1 semester plans just to get you going, 2 or 3 or 4 semester plans, depending on your goals. And what your ultimate educational kind of pathway is going to lead you to. So that could include just personal development classes, like I just want to get fit and take some kinesiology or dance, or I want to increase my computer skills, or I want to work on my communication skills in my job and take a communications class. It can be as little as 1 or 2 classes, or it could be as much as a certificate, something that's going to help you in the workforce in a particular area. It could be a degree that includes general education and the focus of that degree or certificate. And then transfer. So I noticed a lot of you went into the breakout room for Transfer Center. I'm so glad to see that. Maybe you want to go on and get a bachelor's degree or beyond, and we'll help you with that as well. So how often or when should you come and see us? As often as you need to, really. We do have appointment times that you need to set with us, but we can also sometimes answer questions by chat. But see us as often as you need to. We often recommend once a semester or once per year at the minimum. Particularly, if you can come in a little earlier, it does get a little bit busy around the registration time. So we know sometimes that's when you're making decisions, but if you can come in earlier, that's great. And then every time that you have a new idea about a goal that you want to pursue, you have a shift in your major or your change of energy that you want to pursue, please come see us, because we may be giving you slightly different advice each time you come in with a different idea or goal in mind. And that is kind of the fluid nature of counseling too. There's not one set of directions that I'm going to give you that you follow for the next 2 to 3 up to 4 years. It's actually, there's some fluidity in that. You get some choice in that, which is really exciting. And we want to help you make those good choices. So where are we located? Oh, sorry. There we go. I hope you can see that. Where are we located? We are in the general counseling area, which if you're on campus or have been to campus, we're in the 1300 building, which also houses the Transfer Center and the Career Center. And so all of us in those 3 centers can help any student with any goal from any background wanting to pursue whatever they need to. But we also have counselors that are embedded in these other support programs that are really important to engage with as well. So the Disabled Student Programs and Services, DSPS, has specific counselors. We also have counselors in programs that are dedicated to academic learning communities with a cultural studies focus. So we have the Umoja program focused in on African and African American studies, the Puente program looking at Chicanx, Latinx issues and themes, and the new one, the Kasaysayan group, that is focused on Filipino, Filipina, Filipinx, folk culture and history. So if you're interested in any one of those areas, you do not have to personally identify with those particular groups. But if you would like to learn about the background and history of those groups and how that fits into your educational process, please consider joining those groups. You can also have a focus on sciences with the MESA program, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, or Math, Engineering, Science Success Center, or Science Achievement, sorry. And then we also have some federal and state funded programs. So EOPS that you've heard a couple of times, CARE and CalWorks that are focused on helping people move into the workforce. And then our Student Support Services TRIO program that is federally funded. We also have counselors who are dedicated to understanding the requirements for veterans and vet dependents, for student athletes, if you're on the official roster for a team, to make your requirements, and then other special programs that have very specific requirements like health occupations. So we're all over campus, but if you're not quite sure where to get started, you can definitely start in general counseling, Transfer Center, or Career Center. And lastly, how do you find us? You can schedule appointments through the links below and back to the Convocation website that you'll be directed to as well. You can join support programs through their different processes, either by joining the classes that are affiliated with them or through an application or information form. And these are the two websites that you'll have access to really kind of funnel you to the right place that you need to go. So I want to thank you for your time. I look forward to meeting more of you and hope that you're able to get what you need from us and ask us any question that you have. And we're really looking forward to making that connection with you very soon. Thank you so much.
The other reminder I want to share with you is that your questions might arise later. And if you have any questions or need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to our text line. Any questions can be sent to 707-492-5939. Moreover, all of this information, including the recording from today's presentations and breakout sessions, will all be available to you on our Convocation website. That website was entered at the beginning of the day, and here, I'll go ahead and copy that bad boy and stick it in the chat for you. Let's see. Chris, if you could go ahead and enter that website into the chat to help our students. As promised today, it's about winning big. It's about getting you prepared for school so that you feel confident and that you feel ready to go and be successful. But we know any new experience can come with a bag of mixed emotions, from excitement and pride that I certainly hope that you're feeling. You might also be experiencing nervousness or a bit of anxiousness at the idea of something new. I often remind my students of one of my favorite quotes whenever they're feeling maybe overwhelmed or have a moment of self-doubt or just a bit of anxiety, even if married with excitement. That quote is, start where you are, with what you have. Do what you can. Today, you have been armed with tools that you can use immediately, that have been customized for you. You've been given access to resources that will help you with where you are at and with what you have. And you've been given information about services and programs and offices that you can use throughout your time as a Napa Valley College student. All of this will give you a heads up. And with the semester starting at the end of the week, I encourage you to take this information and see how it meets your needs and what information you might still need and how you can reach out to us and get that information. So with that in mind, start with where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. We are so excited to see what you achieve. Thank you so much for coming to today's new student convocation. I look forward to seeing you in all of our classes. Thanks, everyone. Good luck.